I'm going to show you a little more detail on how I got this right-hand drive pedal kit installed in the vehicle. You can do this really easily. So the first thing you got to do is when you get it, you need to peel the carpet back and make sure there's nothing under here like wires or any kind of tubing. Some vehicles do. This one just had a bunch of styrofoam, which I went and pulled out because I needed to get a good mounting base. So directly under this carpet, past insulation, is just metal. And so these are just sheet metal screws that comes with the kit, and it holds it in there perfectly fine. So you get it where you want it. I got as far back as I can go. And before I actually put the screws to it, I went and got my cables. You see that black cable right there? There's one for the throttle and one for the brake. And so I took that, and if you follow the light back here, this vehicle had just enough space, about like a half an inch behind the center console here, and it will route through there. And then I'll show you what it looks like on the other side. On this side, you can see we're just underneath that heater assembly is where the cable's coming through. And I just got it pushed up and it comes down. Now here's a neat part about this. You see where the light is aiming at? That's where the throttle cable attaches to this plate here, and there's this pulley. And the cable goes right around, and what I did, it took a little trial and error, but I got it to where it is almost vertical to that pulley there. And that gives it like no resistance on the other side. Then on the brake cable, same thing, very similar. It's almost vertical, as you can see right there, to the cable, to the brake pedal. Now it just mounts onto this right here. This one mounts to here. And if I ever needed to take this off, I can take it off very quickly. And this allows me to still sit on this side when I'm not delivering mail and just drive like a normal person. So now with the vehicle running, I went ahead and put the screws all through the metal there. And look, just as smooth and silky as it can be. Almost no added pressure at all compared to the normal side of driving. And then the gas pedal is just as easy as it is on the other side. Now, if you install this kit and you're getting more resistance on this side, you need to go back on that side and adjust that pulley system to where it's just pulling just right. It is so easy to hit these pedals. That's why sheet metal screws are perfectly fine to mount this to the floor, because you're not putting much pressure at all. Now, I know many of you are thinking, well, what about the steering? Well, you can sit on this side and drive like this for mail delivery. I did it for a couple of weeks, didn't quite enjoy it. So what I did, I went and I had this on my other vehicle, but you can make this as well. All this is an extra steering wheel. You can buy just an aftermarket steering wheel at the auto parts store. Here's a pulley I got from Tractor Supply. Just try to get them very similar. And then I got it from Tractor Supply as well. Here's a metal rod. I think this is about 3/4 inch metal rod. And so I took this metal rod. There's a center hole right back here on this pulley. It'll just slide in there, and I welded it all the way around. So whenever this pulley turns, that metal rod turns with it, and the steering wheel is just attached by 2 bolts to the pulley. Very simple. These are called blocks. You can type it in. You type it something like pulley block or something. You eventually find it. But these are 3/4 inch. Just push the pole through it. Took a hammer and just beat it in there till I got it in there. And then there's 2 set screws, tied it in. And then what I did on this vehicle, is I went ahead and I got this rubber band on here for a different reason, but I found somewhere that I can mount this. This had this convenient tray. I reinforced it with this steel, and I just bolted it right through the plastic and the steel, and then got it just lined up to where this pulley comes right across with this belt. The way I got the belt right, I went and took a string or a piece of rope, went all the way around the pulleys, marked it off, measured it with a tape measure, and I believe it was like 71 inches. And so I went to AutoZone, said, hey, I need a 71-inch belt. And they gave me one, came out here, and just slipped it on, and there it is. And it perfect. It's actually easier to turn the wheel on this side than it is on this side. And I guess it's because I didn't get the pulleys just right. This one's slightly smaller, that one's taller. So it's just leverage. But if I had got them the same size, there would have been almost no resistance on either end. But it's really, you know, no big deal at all. And there you have it. And the only reason I've got this rubber band here is because this is plastic and it's not really holding it up that well. So, most of the time I just have to get rid of my glove box, but I don't want to this time. So that's why I got the rubber band holding that up. So that's about the only rinky-dink thing there. But other than that, this works great, and I can deliver mail easy. I'm not straddling anymore. I can put a tray right here, which I made a little tray that I pull out of the back and just sit it down and put my mail sitting onto there. All my packages back here. And then when I'm done with the route, I'll just put all that back, get on this side, readjust my mirrors, and then I'm driving like a normal person. So if you have any questions, just shoot me a line and I will try to answer it. But the main thing is you too can deliver mail. Mailman Mechanic, see you at the mailbox. It's on the route. It's all set up, ready the way I like it. So let me give you a little tour. There it is. Is route ready. Been on the route several times. I did have a little spoiler or whatever that comes on this. It got ripped off. It's a little bit too low for the route. And I didn't even bother washing it to show you because, like a mailman, it's not going to stay clean. Mailman Mechanic. See you at the mailbox.